So I think in terms of sharing data, there needs to be some common standards, as I mentioned before. There needs to be standard ways of formatting data. People need to be open to sharing data. There's still lots of discussion about who owns the data and who doesn't own the data. I think the world is coming open to the fact that data's there. And I think what I talked about during my presentation was that data's the oil to drive the innovation engine. I think what we can see from our position as a supplier at the interface between ports and vessels is that there's a key trend towards any kind of technology that can help bigger ships come into ports. And that's many different types of different technologies and solutions, but that's a key trend we can see. Number two is we can start to see now autonomous mooring as an increasing trend. We've got some products there, and we can start to see that really is starting to gain traction. And then number three is connectivity solutions. So one of our challenges is the practicalities of once we've collected data from some of our equipment is how do we get that data to somewhere, often in a remote location. And there are many, many different connectivity solutions, and we can see that as a continued trend improving, and probably 5G as an enabler of connectivity. Maybe a bit of a negative answer, but I think this is an area where there's a real lack of standards, and there's a lack of somebody taking a lead on that whole subject. So what we'd really like to see is some kind of forum across the industry where that's a key topic and a key area where we can start to decide on protocols and standards and how to share data. For our business, again, we're operating between ships and we're operating between ports. Ships have one business model and ports have another business model. So our actual key challenge is the business model, and how do we work between those two sets of drivers. So the second challenge is how do we get alignment between those business models. And what we learned yesterday during one of the presentations was the IMO have got the port call optimization project, which we think is a really good opportunity to kind of work around this interface and improve the ship-shore interface. So that's something we're really interested in getting involved in and helping, and see it being really useful for kind of the smart port development overall.